Hi, this is Maureen. I want to spend a few minutes here today just going through the compensation plan for my internet business. Just a few minutes to give you a couple of highlights and a little bit of food for thought. And you might already be familiar with it, but you might not be. Now, my internet business is what's called a direct sales model. So as opposed to other types of models like multi-level marketing, for example, you're not earning a percentage of something that a large number of people are buying on a monthly basis or anything like that. You're investing in your business one time and you are marketing that business, and every time you make a sale you earn a commission. Typically these are higher ticket products and businesses to invest in, and thus the commissions are substantial when they're paid out. And here at my internet business, the commissions range between $2,000 on the high end and $300 on the low end, depending on which level of the 4 levels that are offered people come in at. But here's the neat thing. First of all, that's significant. And if you are familiar with other businesses out there, then you probably already know that. If you're not familiar, just know that there's just a smaller number of businesses that pay those kinds of commissions because those are significant. Now the neat thing is the residual component. And what that means is that when you have people join with you, they invest in their business and they join with you personally, every time they make a sale, you also earn money. And that's the case with any level. It doesn't matter what level they join at. So in other words, if I have somebody over here that joins and they make a platinum sale, then they're going to earn $2,000, but I'm going to earn $500. And I've done absolutely nothing to earn that, okay? Now, here's the best way to think about it, because this is what is meaningful for people. It's not just the amount of money, but it's the leverage involved. Let's just use an example. For the heck of it, we'll say 1 sale per week because it's just an easy number to look at, and it's a very realistic thing to talk about and to do. So, and because platinum is the most common level that people come in at because it's the most lucrative, we'll use that as the example, okay? So let's say you do an average of 1 sale per week, okay? That is $8,000 that you earn, okay? Now, that in itself is pretty good. So whatever effort, time, investment, energy that you put into that to earn the $8,000 is what it is, because it's what you are personally doing. Now let's say in addition to that you have 5 people that are doing the same thing. Now that number, that 5, it's going to be 1 person at a time, okay? But it's an unlimited number. So that number could be 2 people, it could be 10 people, it could be 50 people, it could be 100 people. And over time that's going to build, okay? But let's say those 5 people do the same thing as you and they average about 1 sale every week. Well, because you earn a residual $500 on those people, that's an additional $2,500 a week, which is another $10,000 a month. Now you're still doing, let's assume you're still doing the exact same thing that you were doing before in terms of your time, money, effort, and energy. You're doing enough to earn $8,000 on your own, but when 5 other people are doing what you're doing, all of a sudden your income is $18,000, okay? And again, if instead of 5 people, if it's 10 people and they're doing 1 sale a week, then all of a sudden that residual component is $20,000 a month, plus your 8, $28,000. And it's not going to work out perfect like that. Everyone's not going to do the exact same thing. But just to give you an idea and an example of the leverage behind direct sales and the residual component, because you're just doing the same thing, but your income is growing due to the effort of others. And of course, when new people join, your focus is going to be on, helping them get up and running properly on the right path and making sure that you're pointing them in the right direction and helping to coach them to success, because you want your teammates to be successful and you also want to build that residual part of your income. So that's a great part of this compensation plan. Now, one thing that isn't talked about as much but I want to point this out because I personally think that this is a big benefit. Now, there are other direct sales companies out there that have a little bit of a different pay plan, and instead of having such a large commission up front, like with my internet business, joining at the platinum level earns a $2,000 commission. I'm going to think of an example. It doesn't matter what the name of the company is, but there's a company out there that pays $900 for a commission, and then $900 for the matching bonus part, the residual part. And that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to say anything that's negative about that. But one of the things that is kind of unique and I think really beneficial in the long run with my internet business is that because there's a higher amount paid up front, it does two things that I think are really important. One is when your teammates make a sale, they're excited. I mean, they're really excited and they want to do it again because guess what? $2,000 is a lot more money than $900. So it keeps your team really motivated, and that's always a positive thing. And of course, your $500 for doing absolutely nothing is great as well. But when your earnings up front are significant, what it helps do is keep the leaders in the mix. And that's critical to the longevity of a company. See, because sometimes now this isn't everybody, but there are marketers that sometimes, put a lot of effort up front into building a team, and when there's a residual component, they want to rely on that a little bit more, and they look elsewhere. And now I'm not talking about multiple streams of income because that's great. That's a terrific idea. And once you know how to market, you can run 2 businesses or maybe even 3 businesses all at the same time once you have all of your systems and automation set up. That's a doable thing for an experienced marketer. But what I'm talking about is when somebody builds up a residual piece and then they don't work that business anymore. Because when that happens, it eventually will kind of trickle through the organization and weaken the longevity of a company. Because the fact is, and this is a scientific fact, when people will do what other people do, they won't do what other people say. So in other words, you can't be the leader of a group and tell your team to do one thing and you do another. Okay, you have to lead by example. And by having $2,000 commissions, you've got everybody in the mix because you want to continue to make your sales and grow your business on the personal side and grow your business on the residual side. And that's going to balance out and grow bigger being set up that way because of what I just talked about and because your team is going to be so motivated by earning that kind of commission. Things add up quickly, and I think it's terrific the way it's set up. So I hope that this has been helpful for you to better understand kind of the behind the thought process of the direct sales model, and of course take a closer look at it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you soon. Have a great day.